Test debut in India, playing against the greatest batsman of all time, Sachin Tendulkar. People still can't believe what happened. Back in 2006, I was the last person to get announced. When we had the team meeting there, we were going through all the batters, and I tell you what, we were talking about Tendulkar a lot because obviously the greatest of all time. How are we going to get him out? What are the game plans against seam, spin, what we're going to do? And when we talked about spin, it was like a bit of a silence. That kind of gave it away when the coach and the captain didn't have much plans and they thought, well, let's just hope the seamers will get them out with the new ball. Then I think Andrew Flintoff obviously, went through the team and he went through everyone else, and the last name was Monty Panesar. And I thought, must be 12th man tomorrow, carrying the drinks, happy days. I don't have to bowl against one of the greatest test team that India have produced. Flintoff came up to put his arm on his right shoulder. I go, am I 12th man tomorrow? He goes, no, mate, you're playing. Oh, right, like, Freddie, are you sure about this? So I had Monty on the left shoulder, super excited. Finally, the dream coming true. And I'm thinking, I'm going to be playing against one of the best teams in the world. And I'm going to be playing for England, the national anthem, going to have my own number. And then Harry on the right going, are you sure about this? I don't think you're ready for this. I think you're not going to play. How are you going to cope against one of the best players, in the world? Tendulkar, there's going to be Mohammad Kaif playing, Virender Sehwag, Dhoni. The list goes on and on and on. VVS Laxman, Rahul Dravid, the wall. How are you going to bowl against the wall? Like, this is the kind of stuff that night was going through my mind. So then what I did, I quickly went running upstairs thinking, I can't believe Andrew Flintoff has made this big decision of playing me in the first test. I don't know if I'm ready, but I was loving it. I knew one thing. During training, I was spinning the ball hard, loving every moment. And I remember Northants giving me a 2-year contract, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to use these next couple of months while I'm with England just to get ready for the county season. I didn't think I was going to play at all, let's be honest. I know. We get selected for our country, we got to be ready. But in our mind, we always think we're not ready. So I don't think I was ready at all. Tendulkar is massive. I used to just think, well, that's the only closest thing I'm going to get to is a TV set. I'm not going to get any closer to one of the greatest cricketers of all time. Whenever I used to play at Northants, I used to ask everyone, what is it like bowling against Tendulkar? What is it like bowling against Tendulkar? And everyone's like, gosh, you are the biggest fan of Tendulkar. So I quickly went in my room, did the field setting, and then went to Freddie's room. I said, Freddie, it's going to be a lot of noises tomorrow. You're not going to hear what I'm going to say. I'll give you the field settings right now, and then you've got it with you. And he goes, yeah, sure, mate. And he was on FIFA playing with Harmy. And then I thought to myself, why am I making big fuss about this? These are the legends of English cricket. They've just won the Ashes. And look how they're switching off. And then I soon realised that's what great sportsman's about. Great sport people know when to switch that light bulb off and when to switch it on. And then when I played my first test match, that heartbeat was racing. Normally I do fitness training and it goes up to 180. I tell you what, when I got onto that field, first day of the morning, listen to that national anthem, 631 here. Yep, that's my number, 631. The heart was beating, 220 it was. Never registered that during fitness training. Well, the atmosphere, first day, it was unbelievable. Wow, I'm representing my country now. This is for real. And then you go out there, you walk, you listen to the national anthem, and I'm singing it loud, and I see all the sort of United Kingdom flags, the English flags everywhere. There was one from Bedford, one from Luton FC, because that's where I was from. That made it real for me. That made it like, wow, I'm here representing my country, and I'm playing against India where my parents were born. So there was that, affiliation of first Sikh to play for England, which I never thought, I never thought about that. I thought about playing for England, never thought it'd be the first Sikh. India embraced it all. They loved it, the hospitality, the warmth. They were like, wow, there's a Sikh guy in the England team. I was loving every moment. Tendulkar came at the crease and I thought, right, first of all, like sports psychologists say, breathing. Breathe in from your nose, out from your mouth. And I was on the top of my mark and I took about 3 or 4 breaths. And Freddie kind of looking at me, what are you doing? Like, just bowl, for goodness sake, stop taking these deep breaths like we're at a yoga session or something. So I'm like turning my head around. I'm thinking, come on, get myself together. Right, okay, what did the coach say? Hold the ball in both hands, tight, get to the crease, jump up, train tracks. Train tracks means stay in your, don't cross yourself, stay in that train tracks pathway. Over the front leg, fish hook. Fish hook means get that ball over it, and then in the groin. That elbow goes into the groin of someone, that leg comes through, good energy, and then get that ball to spin. First ball there, jump up, off I bowl it, half volley, and he just pats it back. And I'm thinking, wow, I've got to bowl some quality deliveries here. This is the greatest I'm bowling to of all time. The best. Better than Don Bradman. Well, closest to Don Bradman, better than Viv Richards, some people say. I'm bowling against the best in the world. Best sportsman. People dream about being on the same field as him. And I'm on the same field. Pinching myself every time, thinking, wow, I've got to just bowl good deliveries because he'll hit me out of the park. To get on the same field as him, you question yourself, you're pinching yourself, you're just staring at him every little moment you do, everywhere you go. Like there's a supermodel on the catwalk, you know? You just keep looking at her till the end. And it's the same thing here. Every little move he did at mid-on. And even Steve Harmison said to me, he goes, mate, he's human. Bowled a few good overs. I can hear Freddie, big claps, loud, come on, get him out. And he looks at me, get him out. And I can see that eyes, you know, that eyes when he just switches on the light bulb. As we talk about, great cricketers that have the ability to do that. He had this killer instinct about him. Freddie goes, get him out, come on. Well, this, enough's enough. I pull myself together, I said, God, come on, I'm playing for England now. I've got to look to get him up. Be a bit more aggressive at the crease. Snap through. Don't think about, you know, it's a great sportsman, the greatest of all time. You're there to get him out. He may not be good enough. You're there to get him out. That's your job. That's what you've been selected to do. And that one ball, big front pad, didn't see the stumps, spun it hard, got everything ready, followed through was brilliant. There, caught and bowled, hit his pad, thinking I can't see it. I was at, Alim Dar was there. Straight away the finger went up and off I went like a rocket. Off I went down to point, celebrating like I've scored my first goal for Arsenal, doing the Thierry Henry, and I thought, you know what, this is against United, and I'm top corner, Peter Schmeichel. Yes, that is a great goal, but this is for England at a cricket stadium. 40,000 people there, see the Luton Town flag, see the Bedford flag there, see the English flags everywhere, running towards the map point. They could got the greatest batsman out of all time. Oh my God, I was loving it. High fives everywhere, Freddie giving him the big hug, and Freddie thinking, gosh, I've made a great selection here. He's got the greatest batsman out of all time. And I'm thinking to myself, what has just happened? You know the moments when he says, it's not about living the moment, it's the moments that catch your breath. And that is that moment. I've got the best batsman out of all time with my first test wicket. I remember David Lloyd saying, don't know nothing about this guy, but I tell you what, I know something about him now because he's got Tendulkar out. I was very lucky, maybe in Geoffrey boycott terms, like we say. Tendulkar probably should have said to me, well, Monty, the only reason you're famous is because you've got my wicket as your first test wicket, or no one would have known who you were. And that's exactly right. But he's a humble man. He probably wouldn't have said that. And that got me onto stardom. Like a firework, boom, in the air, everyone knows who I am. Overnight, became famous, super famous. And even Freddie said to me, Monty, mania has started in England. I don't know what he meant, and I soon found out when I got back. Well, that was my first test wicket, but Cardiff was a completely different story.